So combine all of these together. We do not have to press skills to do Torment 4. As you can see, we are literally standing still, not pressing anything, and everything is just dying. So today I just want to talk about the laziest build that I could think of. We've already tried to do the strongest build that we could think of, so putting in the most amount of effort. So I kind of wanted to do the opposite end of that. What is the least amount of effort I can put into the game and still be able to accomplish the whole range of content? So this is going to be a form of the Lightning Bolt Druid that is basically able to do all of Torment 4 with no skills on the bar. Since the goal originally is to flex how little effort we can put in on a build, I went ahead and removed all the skills from my bar already. And then we'll kind of go over how we can make it stronger as we go. I'm just going to do a quick run through with the no skills. And then we're going to add on some skills just so I can show you how much pressing a skill or two improves the speed. So there's two main reasons that our lightning bolts are strong enough to clear up hit 55 with no skills on our bar. And that's going to be due to our tempers and our aspects. So our tempers, we have 4 pieces of gear that we can temper specifically with lightning bolt damage. So that's gonna give each one a significant boost. As you can see, I have over 1,000% increased lightning bolt damage just from my gear. And then the second portion of it is going to be our aspects. As you see, we run Runeworker's Conduit, and that increases our lightning bolt damage for our willpower. And then Electrified Flaws is just a flat increase to our lightning bolts. We're not even going to take this just for the sake of the run. But both the tempers and the aspects just boost our lightning bolts to a point that we don't even need Cataclysm active to be able to clear a pit 55. Now, once we have Cataclysm active and we're getting these bonuses, our clear speed shoots through the roof, but we don't need it. And then as far as not running any skills goes, most of our legendary nodes in the Paragon build are not super necessary. The only two that I would make sure that you have on are Spirit for the critical strike damage, since we are still critting. And then you want Electrocution for your lightning bolt damage. As long as you have those two, you should be able to place the rest of them however you want. If you are planning to run Cataclysm, I recommend taking things like Dominate, Earth, Sky, and Keeper for the extra stats. If you don't care about overpowering at all, then you can run things like Fulminate for the increased lightning damage here, or you can run Headhunter for just the flat stats. That might end up giving you more damage to your lightning bolts because of our Runeworker's Conduit. But whatever's the funnest for you, you can change things around in the Paragon board however you see fit. And you can see here, because we're running Varshan's Lifesteal and Lord Zer's Blood Pool, that there's not really any amount of damage that we can take as long as you're close to armor and resist tap. That's going to break this barrier. Is pretty much going to be here indefinitely to keep proccing our Neo Chop. Okay, and now you can see that we just can stand still and not press anything and get our way through a pit 55. Not the fastest thing in the world, but it is also not that slow. So now I'm going to show you how we can speed it up a little bit. And it doesn't take a whole lot of gear, so we're going to use Fulminate for this one. And just to show you that you don't need a whole lot to get it going, I'm going to do it in pretty much starter gear, as unmasterworked gear as I have. So to make this a little bit stronger, I'm going to be running Tempest Roar instead of the Gatlin's Birthright, because we're going to go into werewolf form to use Cataclysm. But as you can see, most of this is not masterworked. This is a low aspect Mjolnir ring. This is not, 2 of these stats are not even worth it on this ring. There's 2 stats not worth it on the amulet, 2 stats not worth it on the gloves. This is even a greater aspect gloves. So it's not the best gear. So anyone can probably get to this level gear within 20 minutes. And I didn't place a lot of the Paragon points. This is going to be the one that is live in the build. I would just swap out for something like this. Dominate for Fulminate or Headhunter if you have it. Just make sure it's online here with your... Making sure they're online is the part that's important. So the first thing that we can do to make this a little bit stronger is obviously we just press Cataclysm. And you can see, even though we are not super geared, the lightning bolts are still doing tons of damage with just pressing lightning bolt. So every time our Neo-Chalk goes off, just things are being deleted from the screen. And then if you want to take it even one step further, you can do the whole rotation that is the Hurricane into Bulwark Cataclysm. And now your Cataclysm is doing even more damage. You can go into Bear form to get some bonuses from your legendary passive. And this is just how, even with almost no gear, you can clear hit 55s. If you want to take it one step further, you can use Provocation, and that just guarantees you an overpower. And that is going to look something like this. And now you can see that I'm hitting for billions of damage. And I only have 2 Masterwork pieces of gear on. I don't even have... I have gems for resistances and a couple things. And this is billions of damage. You can see it instantly killed the pit boss. As I said before, I am going to be publishing the builds all the way from the laziest no skill version of the build to the pit pushing variant or the barrier bear build, which I used to push the pit 105 this season. I do want to be active more on Twitch, so if you see me on there, please come say hi.